Today on Hey, We're Talking.
It's Music Monday.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Derek always says, or is it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He likes to say that.
For some reason.
Or do I?
Scott, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. We'll have to find out in a minute. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. We are limbered up because we did a Facebook Live, so we're like in the thick of things. We're ready to go. For some reason on my screen, though, and I don't know if it's going to show up this way. We'll find out. But Derek is on the other side today. He's on a different part of the screen. Bob's on this other part. I think it's because you keep dropping out and coming back in, so it puts you wherever it wants to put you.
So I will say, if my computer drops out again, you guys just carry on, and I'll be back.
Carry on my wayward son.
Welcome to a Music Monday on.
Where's Danny Black?
That would be funny. Music Monday.
We just need Danny Black like off to the side, ready to play tunes when
dude.
when we mention them.
Derek, are you watching? Are you watching like Bob's video just slowly like get worse and worse?
No. It's kind of the same for all of us on my screen.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe it's just the whole interwebs got issues today. Maybe it's not just Bob's computer.
We can't afford Danny Black. He's too much. He's too good for us.
You think?
Yeah.
I think he likes us enough that he would do stuff for us, but not every time we did a show.
Not every time.
Sit there.
Not every Monday. Not every Music Monday.
No.
But this isn't really a Music Monday. But
No.
did y'all see the Grammys?
No. Why would I watch the Grammys?
Because they have musicians and music.
I did not watch
it. I think it was just politics. I think it was just politics, not music.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Performances. There was performances.
Did anybody mention Trump on the Grammys?
Yes.
Oh, they did. Wow. Okay. Amazing.
Anyway.
I heard it took a big hit in the ratings. 20% less people watched this year than they did the year before.
Well, I thought it was at least interesting because I'm trying to get more into music and I discovered like some artists that maybe I had not listened to previously.
Throw some out there. Let's hear it. Who you looking? What was
like
that?
Childish Gambino?
Yes. Yeah.
That's like Donald Glover from Community.
Yeah.
Apparently he's got like 3 albums and he's winning Grammys.
Yep.
And I was listening to his performance. I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
There's another band called Childish Japes.
What?
Yeah. That's a cool band right there.
That's a little weird sounding.
How many?
No, they're awesome.
Childish Japes.
That's terrible. Childish Gambino is good though. Yes.
Yeah.
He has, by the way, he has like an Emmy award-winning show also called ATL on FX. I don't know if you knew this.
I've heard of that, but I also know he has like a stand-up special on Netflix.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's not that great. I think he should. I think he should stick to acting and rapping.
I mean, but that's an incredible talent to have, to be a comedian, to be an actor, to have your own show, and to be like a Grammy considered nominated.
Did he win a Grammy or just was he on it?
I don't know. I think he was. I know he performed, and I know he got nominationed. I think Bruno Mars won a lot.
Oh, he
stuff.
did like 6 Grammys. Yeah.
Did the Foo Fighters win anything? I know Best Song or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Really? Come on.
I didn't watch the Grammys. Derek is our Grammy consultant, so I don't know what happened.
I watched some. I saw Dave Chappelle win Best Comedy Album, which I agree with. Dave Chappelle's pretty funny.
Did Louis C.K. and Aziz Ansari show up to the Grammys?
I
highly doubt they did.
I don't think so.
I think Seinfeld was there, though.
The Aziz Ansari, that situation seems to be a lot different than a lot of the other ones.
Yes. Very
because he was a dude that just came out and said, "Hey, Yeah, I thought it was consensual. I apologize if
you
didn't think it was, and that one wound up being a whole lot different.
I feel like I don't know if I should even be in this conversation. I feel like I might have to step back.
No, don't get all political.
I'm not getting. I'm treading lightly. You got to be careful. Everybody will lose their mind.
I will say that James Corden, pretty funny guy.
Yeah,
hosted the Gram. They had a few skits and bits that they did. Like I think they decided to give puppies away as like consolation prizes. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
And then he did it instead of doing carpool karaoke, he did a subway carpool karaoke.
Nice.
And he had Sting and Shaggy with him.
Wow.
In the New York subway, and they tried to sing songs, and everybody around them was like, "Shut up!"
Because it's New York.
Singing.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because at the end of the bit, James Corden and Sting and Shaggy are sitting there all themselves. No, they were there. Everybody knew
it was them.
Yeah, wow. It was staged, of course.
Right, but Jimmy Fallon does a thing similar to that, and they dress up disguised in the subway and sing.
No, they were full on. They were like, "Hey, everybody, it's me, James Corden, and it's Sting and Shaggy. We're gonna sing." And they're like, "Sit down, shut up."
Are you guys talking like Shaggy from Scooby Doo?
No, like the guy from like that crap.
And at the end of it, James Corden goes, "Whose idea was this?" And Shaggy goes, "It wasn't me."
Yeah.
Got it.
Good. So I like it. That
was good. So yeah. Hey, we're talking on a Music Monday. This is not a Monday.
It's not though, but it's a good idea.
I don't know. I don't know why you keep saying it.
It's fun. It sounds fun. I would like to do a Music Monday every once in a
while. But I'll add it out.
I know it was behind the scenes. In our Voxer pre-production meetings, we talked about having like a monthly music.
I love the things that you say are Voxer pre-production meetings.
I mean, it's true.
It is true. But it's funny
because we're small time. Just because we're small time, doesn't mean that it's not like a thing. We have pre-production.
I have to mention something. You mentioned Voxer. Hey, Voxer, if you want to sponsor the show, please let us know.
Yeah, we've given them tons of plugs here on the show.
That's the last time we say Voxer. That's it.
Yeah. Keeping Voxer afloat. With our
I know all our downloads, dude. People are getting into Voxer. Okay, so I actually think New Music Monday or Music Monday or whatever. What do you call it? Just Music Monday?
Music Monday here on Hey, We're Talking.
I think it's a good idea because I've switched. This is a great topic. I wish we would have just talked about this. Listen, I switched from iTunes Music, so Apple Music, to Spotify. And I'm in love with Spotify.
All right, no, we don't talk Spotify. I have emailed Spotify 5 times to get our podcast on there. Nope, listen, you don't.
I love it.
And they are ignoring us, so we can't talk about Spotify. Save that for Music Monday.
But I found a new band, because you know how everybody always says there's no new rock and roll out there. I found this band called Royal Blood. Have you heard of these guys? They're fantastic.
I've seen them in person.
They're so good. I never heard of them in my life, and I was just like, "What is this? I love it. It's great."
I think I might have a Royal Blood guitar pick.
That's awesome.
Is it with your Tenacious D pick also?
That one's in the safe.
Oh, okay.
My Tenacious D pick of Destiny. Yes, that's put away.
By the way,
I've been listening to.
If you want to sponsor the show,
I've been listening to a Swedish band called Brothers of Metal.
Oh boy!
It's Swedish heavy metal, but they're like Norse god themed. They sing about Odin and Tyr. Remember all the days of the week stuff?
Yes.
They talk about like a lot of those, like a lot of the Norse gods and things.
If you don't know what they're talking about, Scott will put a link.
Right
there.
I hope. I don't know if I can do it. I'll try.
I'm telling him to now.
I've never done that before.
Like right there.
No, but remember Tuesday is like the god of war and Tyr. But like in the song from this band, they're singing about the god Tyr, and in the chorus they're like, "It's Tuesday." They keep talking about Tuesday, so it is like a thing. I wasn't just making it up, and Wikipedia just wasn't making it up.
Yeah, that's exciting. There. What's the name of the band?
Music Monday on Hey, We're Talking. We're talking about Brothers of Metal and Royal Blood and Shaggy.
Bloodstream Radio.
Shaggy Radio Bloodstream. I do listen to
Coyote Country. Don't forget them.
Yeah, Coyote Country Radio with all your Texas country needs.
Right there out of Borden County.
Borden County.
Just look out. This
just north of Howard County.
Good stuff.
What's up, Goonie? I think Goonie's sick.
Yeah.
I think he's been sick.
He has been on Facebook that he's sick.
My daughter actually woke up with 102.2 fever.
Oh, jeez.
So,
man, I'm trying to avoid this flu thing seriously like the plague.
Like the plague, yeah.
For real. And
my
wife was on an airline today. No! It's the worst place you can go when the flu's everywhere.
Yep, get locked into a cylinder.
Look, guys, you don't need to avoid the flu like it's the plague, because the plague ain't really around that much. You don't need to avoid the plague like the plague. You need to avoid the flu like the flu, because the flu is everywhere.
And it's killing people, dude.
It can.
This year, for real, there's kids getting dead from it.
But typically that's because
sorry.
Wow, that's
your choice of words. Just they're getting dead.
They are.
That's typically because people become dehydrated and they don't drink enough, or they allow the symptoms to go on too long, and there's actually another issue besides the flu. So yeah, you got to be careful. You got to hydrate. Drink. You know, adults can drink and teenagers can drink Pedialyte as well. So drink Pedialyte when you've got the flu, because it's full of electrolytes, and it's great for a hangover too. Just saying.
Okay. Let me just say this, though. If you are sick, do us all a huge favor and stay home.
Yeah.
Please. Seriously, please. Your job is not that important. Please just stay home.
If I get sick, I probably won't stay home, because where I go, people are
sick.
Already sick.
Yeah.
They're already sick.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten sick this year. And everybody's been getting sick this year.
That's like my wife, man. She went to work sick but she knew she had to. You know, the first day, luckily, she was home. The day after that, she had to go to work. And she can't you don't call off on a weekend. You know, you got to get there on a weekend. So she just went to work and sucked it up. And
who got the flu shot? Flu shot?
I did.
Bob?
I did not.
You loser.
I got the flu shot once and then got the flu. Like 2 days later.
You got a cold. You probably got a cold.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that try and pretend they're like, oh, I got the flu shot, and then I got the flu.
It was full-blown flu, man.
You got the flu shot too late. You didn't have enough time to develop the proper antibodies in your immune system. Sorry, Bob.
I just never got it. Hopefully I don't get the flu.
See, what I try to do is just stay away from all children.
This year they said the flu shot doesn't work for the strain that's here, so now it's pointless. So
Immunization Monday here on Hey, we're talking.
All right,
we're talking Grammys. We're talking music. We're talking the flu.
Yes, we are. But we're actually going to talk about something that Bob is going to let us talk about. It's exciting.
Oh, I'm glad I'm letting you guys.
Well,
talk
you brought
about
it. It's your idea.
Actually, it was not my idea.
I don't know. Lying.
Somebody put it on the spreadsheet.
Who writes on the spreadsheet besides you?
Somebody went through one night on a drunk binge and just threw a whole bunch of stuff up there.
No way.
Like days of the week. You know what I mean?
Doesn't sound like anybody in this.
It might be Derek. You're right. It could be.
Doesn't sound like anybody on this show.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. When we come back, we're going to talk about some. Why don't I say this? Purchases. Purchases. We're going to talk about purchases that we have made in the past, and we're going to rank those purchases, good or bad. What do you think?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
We're going to list our best and our worst purchases.
Yes.
We're just going to talk about them.
I'm going to say big purchases, because it's like, you could say there's plenty of things that we bought that are like low price that never worked out. Like, I shouldn't have bought that shirt. Shouldn't have bought those shoes.
Or the slap chop.
Yeah, you shouldn't have bought the slap chop. But
or that haircut, it just didn't work.
Hey, you can fix that in 2 weeks though. That's the difference between a good and a bad haircut. 2 weeks.
Me and Kim stand by my haircut, and the beard trim.
That's great.
I trimmed my beard this morning, nice and clean cut in a sense, like real close. So.
It's Groom Yourself Monday on Hey, We're Talking.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, Thanks. We're gonna be back.
Listen to this, whatever this is.
Fast, simple, and affordable. That's what registering your domain name with GoDaddy will be. Fast, simple, affordable. And if you listen to this show, Hey, We're Talking, you know you're getting a discount, 30% off, if you go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. Again, 30% off. All you have to do is go to trygodaddy.com/HWT for 30% off your domain name and other business services provided by GoDaddy. We are back on Hey We're Talking, and we are going to talk about our best and worst purchases. Now, Derek says we have to talk about big purchases. I think that's open to interpretation. We're just saying we're not going to talk about little tiny things that we bought.
Right.
Okay. Like, for example, I think these headphones have been some of the best purchases or some of the best things I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Yes.
But it's not like a huge thing.
It's huge. But for some people that would be a large purchase. So
True.
Okay. Let's just say again, it's open to interpretation. Bob, your video just went to the best ever, by the way. So you're back.
Good.
Bob's
That's
back.
good.
We've been having some video issues with Bob's computer, but it's okay. We're good.
It'll get bad again, but just
yeah, just
my
roll
voice
with the
is what
punches.
matters.
Yes. Okay. So let's start this thing off. Which one of you guys wants to start it off? Because I don't want to put you on the spot. Besides,
What are we gonna
asking
go
which
with?
one?
Worst or best?
It's up to
What
you.
wanna
How do you want to start it?
Okay. All right. So back many years ago,
Okay.
when I lived in San Antonio, I mean, I could talk about the house that I lived in, which was a purchase. I'll talk about that later. But we had a traveling vacuum salesman come to the
Oh
house.
no.
I was one day.
Kirby vacuum cleaners.
Oh my gosh. And you
Oh
bought
my
one.
goodness. This guy came in and dazzled us, showed us, you got to do the thing and you just do this. And I understand they're getting better. They've changed. But
Did he
back
dump
in
dirt on the floor?
I don't even know. He was like, hey, take your vacuum cleaner and you vacuum your floor. We're like,
Yep.
okay. And then he's like, no, I'm going to take my vacuum cleaner and I'll re-vacuum the floor and we'll see how much more dirt that he got out. And of course there was more dirt. The carpet looked brand new. And so we're like, yeah, I guess let's get this Kirby vacuum. And we financed this vacuum cleaner. And let me tell you, we forgot everything about how to operate this thing, how to use it. There were parts everywhere. There were so many different parts. Let me tell you, we were this thing, we never used it. We
We
paid
parts?
for it. Like little things that you had, like little accessories, little
All
connections,
the attachments and stuff.
little bits and bobs that you had to use, like for way to whenever you're turning it to like a dry vacuum cleaner to like a carpet cleaner,
Okay.
carpet shampooer. There was like dozens and dozens of little things, and when they're demoing it, it looks great. They're like, oh yeah, it's real easy. You just do boop, 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 and it looks easy. They're like, oh yeah,
And they're
does a
expensive,
good job.
right?
Expensive.
Like $800 probably, something like that.
Like they start you out with negotiations at like $1,500.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, for a vacuum?
Yes. I mean, and from what I understand, like my cousin Amanda, she used to sell these things. She was like, you could get them to negotiate down to like $300-400.
Yep.
for one of
Oh
these
my
things.
gosh.
Yeah.
If you just sit in negotiations long enough, they'll be like, well, we could take it down to maybe this. Well, maybe we could take it down to this. Maybe we could take it down to this. If you just sit them out long enough, they will negotiate the price all the way down to what the thing is actually worth.
Yeah,
Wow.
I actually sold vacuum cleaners for about a month. The Miracle Mate vacuum cleaner.
And Miracle Mate
Yep.
vacuum cleaner, or Kirby, if you want to sponsor the show.
I don't
Screw
think
off
Mir-
because we don't want you on our show.
But Dyson, we will allow you
I
to
have a Dyson,
sponsor the show.
and I spent a lot of money on my Dyson, but I got it refurbished, so it wasn't the full price. But those vacuum cleaners are the best, okay? I'm
Yes.
just going to tell you, they're the best.
And their hand dryers in the bathrooms are amazing.
those are fantastic. It's like a little, I don't know. It's like you put your hand through this samurai sword of air.
And they have like fans for rooms without blades, and those things so money. Amazing.
I was so bummed. I was like, I want that fan, and then I looked at how much it was, and I was like, no,
thanks.
But I too have a Dyson vacuum cleaner,
They're fantastic.
And it sucks.
No, but in a good way. Yes,
in a good way.
Yeah. See, I have a Hoover $50 vacuum cleaner that at some point I will just throw away and buy a new one.
Yeah, but vacuums these days are so much better than they were, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. So,
but I've had my Dyson vacuum cleaner, the one that I have. I've had it for like 7-8 years now. It's still great. It's fantastic.
All right, so we're gonna move on from vacuum cleaners. This ain't
that sucks.
This ain't
topic
Vacuum
sucks.
Monday.
Vacuum Monday.
Bob, what's yours? You gonna go worst?
Yeah, I'm gonna go my worst. So many years ago, my wife and I decided to finance a computer through Dell. It was Dell's XPS 15-inch, screen, a laptop, all this stuff, like top of the line, super fast, all of the above. And within 3 months, we started having issues with the computer.
Oh boy! And
you call Dell, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can't do any more customer service for you. You're past the 3-month part."
3 months.
Yep. So if you want to pay $69.99
oh my god
for the year, then we'll go and work through that. And the computer wound up just being a mess. I mean, after several months, and I mean, it was a nice computer, very nice screen, everything looked good, but it was just a nightmare. And of course, we put it on a Dell credit card.
Yes.
So 3 to 4 years later, after the thing's been in the garbage for a year, we finally get it paid off.
Wow.
So it was it was one of the worst purchases, and I'll never purchase a computer the way I did at that time, and especially not a Dell computer.
Dude, you're not getting a Dell.
You're not getting a Dell.
No.
See, you guys are bringing back all these memories. So we bought, back in the day, do you remember Gateway computers?
Oh, yeah.
We financed one of those things, too. It was pretty horrible. We paid for it forever, and it had already it died before we paid it off. So
yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's always
never finance a computer. Just save up the money and just buy it.
Yeah,
I have another one, guys.
Go ahead, Derek.
I one time bought a piano.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, a piano.
And did you play it?
No.
It was a stand up, or was it like a baby grand? What was it?
It was a stand-up piano.
Okay.
We didn't know how to play it. We had aspirations of letting our son learn to play it.
Uh-huh.
And we just financed it. And
oh no, she bought it new.
I bought a brand new piano from the piano store in San Antonio, and they had it delivered out, and I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened to it.
Wow.
I think we tried to move it a few times, and it got.
Oh, dude.
We just gave it. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say, man. You can go on like Craigslist, and people are giving away pianos because they just want to get them out of their house. That's what's so funny.
They're like, you haul it away for free.
It's yours if you want to take it away.
You may need 8 people to pick this thing up.
No kidding. No kidding.
I was making bad decisions. All right, in my life at the time,
I feel like this is probably not with the current wife.
No. But I was more impulsive with purchases back in my military days. You know, I was buying pianos and vacuum cleaners and houses. That I
did the house end up being a bad purchase also?
It did. What happened was I had started a Roth IRA.
What had happened was
I had started a Roth IRA when I was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
And
you cashed that sucker in, didn't you?
I had $6,000 in that.
Ooh.
And they said that the only way you can withdraw money from your Roth IRA without penalty before retirement age is if you are buying a house.
Yep.
So we used that for down payment and closing costs.
So you cashed it outside, right?
Cash me outside. How
about that? Yes, I did. Oh, gosh.
All right, let me throw one out there. Okay. So this is not a huge purchase, but let me set this story up. Cheryl's going to love this one. We were destitute poor between the two of us. We've just been married maybe a couple of years, had not very much money at all. And one day, this guy comes by in one of those meat trucks going door to door. And he's like, hey, man, we got to get rid of these steaks. Gotta get rid of them today. How about we give you, and they bring, I mean, the amount of steak they bring up to you. He's like, $150, man. You can have 25 T-bones, 20, and he tells you all this stuff, right? And I'm thinking to myself, now literally, we probably have $175 in the bank, and I'm about to spend $150 on frozen steaks in like cellophane or whatever that we're just going to stick in the freezer. So Cheryl gets home after I buy these steaks, and she's like, what? I said, yeah, we're going to have steaks for like months. She's like, we only have $25 left in the bank. I was just like, yeah, but look at all these steaks. I thought I did this great thing. And then, of course, they're not the freshest, most high-quality steaks.
No.
And I tried to eat every last one of those things, and they were terrible. They were terrible. After, like, the first couple weeks, I was just like, these are pretty rancid, dude. But they say, oh, you put these in your freezer, they'll last, for a year or whatever. And they did not last.
Did you guys ever have the like the Schwann's trucks that used to come by? Do you remember those?
In Ohio, we did, but they never stopped at our house or anything like that. They don't do
you
that,
have to,
right?
No, you have to call the number and set up like an appointment for them to stop by, but just have a big truck full of everything.
They had everything. Yeah, they had all sorts of good food.
They still have those. I still see them.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember seeing them stopped, and it was like this fancy yellow van with the and I was like, Mom, when are we gonna see the Schwann truck? And she's like, no.
It's so funny that that's their name, though, because I always think of, like, I think it's kind of like a Jewish word to say my schwanz instead of your wee-wee. It's a schwanz. You never heard that? Look at Derek is just like, what are you talking about? You've never heard of someone say something about your schwanz?
Maybe once or twice. Okay. But I'm looking at your dog behind you.
What is she doing now?
Chair. She's on the chair.
Okay. As long as you can see her, because I'm like, I don't want to keep turning around, but I know she's not staying where I want her to stay, so I'm worried. Okay.
Can we not talk about dogs, please?
I'm going to talk about a dog because my favorite purchase of my whole entire life was Bailey. For real, no joke. He was I got them at a very discounted rate because the people that bred them were getting divorced and they wanted to get rid of them. This is so sad. They wanted to get rid of their golden retrievers before they finalized the divorce. So we got Bailey the day after my first dog died. I literally, within 24 hours, I called Cheryl. She was at jury duty.
Nice.
I called her and I was like, because we had to take Ellie and put her to sleep. And so I went and I said, I got to get another dog. I can't take it. And so I found this golden retriever. I called these people and I was like, I'm coming to get it today. So we hopped in the car, went and got Bailey. The best money I ever spent.
Well, my dog was free, but she was the best free dog I've ever had.
I'm gonna make everybody sad. So people don't know this. We've all lost dogs in the last,
like
6 months.
Literally within the last, within the last 6 months.
Really, isn't it?
I think it is 3 months.
Bailey was August.
And then my dog was a few weeks ago, and Derek's was not even a week ago.
5 days.
5 days.
So
I'm just like opening up the wound.
Yeah, all three of us have put down a dog within the last 3 months. So, and then my wife texted me here as we're on the show.
She wants another dog.
One of my daughter's friends who actually went with us. It's both of my kids' friends. You know, this guy Joey. He went with us when we put the dog down because he was there to support both of the kids.
Okay.
And she just sent me a text message that when he was actually in the room with us, and then he stepped out while my dog was dying, and he actually went out there and purchased a dog print for us.
Oh.
So I wasn't going to spend the money on it, but she just sent me a picture of it while we're on the show.
So funny. I love Bob. He's so thrifty. Yeah. I didn't get a paw print this time of Bailey. They did it on like a piece of paper, I think.
I wasn't going to. Well, yeah, they sent me a card with the piece, with her paw print in there, but this was actually one of the.
They put it in a mold.
Plaster mold and all that stuff. Anyways, we're going to jump on real quick. I know we're up against time.
Yeah, we're almost out of time.
So one of the best purchases, this one is so goofy, but so awesome at the same time. It cost me $14. And it was a Chicago cutlery knife for the kitchen.
Chicago cutlery knife.
Yeah, so it's like a butcher knife.
And it was only $14?
It was $14 with a lifetime guarantee. And you guys know, and everybody should know, we cook every night. I mean, that's just what we do.
He's going to go to the store after this and pick up the food for tonight, and they're going to cook it.
No, my wife already picked up the food for tonight. So, but having a nice, sharp, quality knife for $14, which is crazy.
That is.
It makes a huge, huge difference. So now we're in the kitchen, cutting meat or whatever, and we're just like, this is awesome, just to have a knife that really cuts. Well, I've got knives. I mean, I've got two right here. I always carry knives on me.
Okay, Derek, what's your biggest purchase?
This is a nice kitchen knife.
That's for $14. If it's awesome, that is good.
It is.
Okay, Derek, let's hear it.
I gotta say, my best purchase probably the espresso machine and grinder.
Say it has to
Man,
I love it so much. Almost 1,100 shots pulled on the machine.
If he does about 10,000 more, he'll have it paid off.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically paid off already, but
right.
Man,
I just can't believe you spent $8,000 on an espresso machine.
Dude. And the thing was, now his wife has to ride share to get to work because he got the espresso machine.
And he cut out cable, and
his son doesn't get to do any extracurricular activities now.
He didn't buy him new shoes.
The internet we're on completely stolen.
It's like a library. Yep. Yeah, he gets it from the library down the street.
I haven't paid the mortgage on this house in 3 months. I'm taking advantage of tax loopholes. I'm saying this is Hurricane Harvey emergency zone, even though that was 500 miles away.
I think these are all good. These are all good. I like it. By the way, if anybody's looking for a cheaper version of what Derek has, I have a Breville that I never used. I'm trying to get rid of. I thought I was going to have so much fun with that, Derek. What a disaster.
Sorry. Sometimes you got to work your way up to the espresso game. Sometimes
I appreciate
it. I want to. I just haven't had the money to invest in it because I can go buy $100 one and get $100, crap, but we've seen some nice Breville ones, and I'm just like, man, that'd be sweet.
If I knew how to get it to work right, it would be worth it, but I stink at it.
Keep selling those weed eaters, Bob.
I know. I haven't been able to sell anything this winter at all. I've got tons of inventory here, but as soon as it gets warm,
tons of inventory.
As soon as it gets warm, people are going to want weed eaters. They're going to want hedge trimmers. I've got them all sitting here ready to go.
I should send you my espresso machine and see what you can get for it.
No.
What? Why?
Sell it at your own place, man.
I'm not good at selling stuff.
Sell it on Let Go or Offer Up.
No. Because then people are like, I'll give you $5 for it. And I'm like,
I know. Well, that's how it is, too. I have a garage sale, and it's like, I want $4 for this. Man, I'll give you 50 cents. No.
When I price something, I put it at a very reasonable rate.
Yeah, but you have to be negotiable, Scott. You have to be negotiable.
The problem is,
well, I'm not going to go from $4 to 50 cents.
No, that's ridiculous. If they even said $2, I'd be like, that's half of what I want for it. How about $3? Then you meet in the middle, right?
Yeah, 75%. Yeah.
All right.
25% discount.
So those were our amazing best and worst purchases.
My iPad Mini
on a Music Monday.
Here, real quick, my iPad Mini was an excellent purchase.
It doesn't work anymore, does it?
Well, it still works barely. It's the first version that came out.
Really?
And it's still ticking away.
Okay.
And one more quick worst purchase was a treadmill that just literally clothes hung on it. $1,100. So I did sell it for $4, but come on now.
That's still
and it was a year old. Sad.
All right, thanks for listening. You know where to go. If you don't, look in the bucket below. We've got all the information. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Hopefully this was a good purchase for you because it was free.